The cat signal will show itself shortly. I asked my 3-year-old son this morning if I could borrow his Batman underpants to come here. Unfortunately, he said no, so sorry about that. But really excited to have you all here. How many of you know what the Internet Defense League is? Woo! Yeah. How many of you don't know what the Internet Defense League is? Awesome! So, for those of you who don't know, I'll give you the 30-second version. Do you remember during the SOPA-PIPA fight when all the websites on the internet went black for the day? Yeah. Okay, so a lot of websites participated in that. They all did it ad hoc. The Internet Defense League is a permanent mechanism to help that happen when it needs to happen the next time. So lurking little JavaScript on lots of websites that the next time something like SOPA comes along, we'll all have the ability to light up at once on demand. It's pretty fucking awesome. It's pretty exciting. The group that that has really been driving this fight for the future is one of the more impressive, creative advocacy organizations I've ever witnessed, and it's been a pleasure being around them and working with them and throughout the whole SOPA fight and now as they're launching this. So I'm really, really excited about that. I think we're witnessing a new kind of activism and advocacy on the web. We're part of something really big right now. I think that's awesome. This morning, I set up my website to be part of the Internet Defense League. I installed a little bit of JavaScript in there. I put the badge on my sidebar, and it made me feel really proud, weirdly, to say that not only do I sort of feel like I'm of the internet and I've been sort of involved in some of the cool stuff that's happened, but to be able to sort of put the badge on my chest and say I'm here to defend the internet just feels really good. And so I'm just honored and thrilled to be part of this in any small way to help bring you all here together tonight. Big thanks to Open Plans for letting us use the amazing roof here. This is spectacular. I live in Boston, and I come down to Manhattan a lot, and it's always amazing to walk around the streets of New York City because I grew up here. But then to come here and see this is incredible. So that said, here's to the internet. Woo! And I'll put out one thing to everybody else. If I would love for any of you to come find me and tell me the thing that you think is the most amazing and spectacular about the web and what's been made possible by it in your words, because that's what I want to collect and tell the story of. So with that, here's to the internet. I'm going to hand it over to Alexis Ohanion. Alexis has been an incredible advocate for the web forever. He was the founder of a little website called Reddit that a couple people visit every day. And he's really emerged as a kind of an awesome spokesman for some of the awesomeness that happens on the web throughout all of this. And so, Alexis, take it away.
Woo! Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to try standing up, and if I fall, at least it's a great YouTube video. Everyone will laugh at afterward. Ooh, all right, so I came all the way from Brooklyn. Very happy. BK. All right. Jay-Z, Biggie, yes. I'm so happy to be here. I've loved the metaphor that's been going on here with the cat signal. I've talked a lot recently about how we all need to be Batmen and Batwomen for our respective Gothams on the internet. And you don't have to have a site with millions of viewers. You can have a Twitter feed with 10 followers. You can have a Tumblr blog that just collects cat photos. You have something on the internet that means something to you. And you know, I talked a lot about my entrepreneurial story. Steve Huffman and I were really fortunate to have had the success we've had thanks to an open internet. But it's not just those startup success stories. It's all of the awesome that the internet helps us to produce that we're fighting for. And I'm a proud member of the IDL, both with my present social enterprise Breadpig, and to see Reddit there is truly awesome. But one of the things that I can't help but keep coming back to is, you know, we now have members signed on to the Internet Defense League from both sides of government right now. Not nearly enough, but both sides have come on, and the same kind of nonpartisan strength that we saw from SOPA and PIPA and the fight against it, we're seeing here with the Internet Defense League. And that's powerful, because internet literacy, the basic understanding of what this is, how it works, and why it's important, needs to be something every one of our elected officials understands and protects. And this is a big step toward it. And every time you guys see something awesome happening on the internet, you know, spread that around with the understanding that this is not guaranteed. All right, you guys may have heard of a guy named Zach Anner, who I've had the privilege of working with recently. He's a dude with cerebral palsy, who was able to get internet famous because a bunch of random people said this needs to be spread, this idea needs to go places. And when I see his story yesterday bubbling up on the front page of Reddit again, I think, wow, all right, this there's so much potential here that we would be missing out on. And so I love the fact that there is now this cat signal, and I'm thrilled, and I hope that every one of you signs up for it, for whatever nook, whatever Gotham of the internet you want to protect. But I also hope that we never have to use it. Now, I'm not that naive, but I really hope that that's the goal. That we've created this awesome thing to mobilize all of us from all over the internet, but we don't have to use it because we still have so much work to do to educate all the people who are potentially creating those awful laws that threaten this thing we love and hold so dearly. So let's all have a great time tonight. Let's admire this cat signal, but hope that we have to use it less and less as time goes on, because we finally make right what Washington has made so wrong. So thank you.